Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Lighten up the chat already. How am I supposed to play catch up when you guys have 8 million messages already? Welcome in, everybody. We have some fun stuff to share today and talk about and discuss. And it's time to have that serious sit down conversation. I hope you guys are all ready for that. Welcome in the Free Heathen. Hello. Sean Doan, Jedi Spidey, GTR Dad, Malik Array. Welcome in. First time chatter there. Nice to see you. Prince with Chris. I know that guy. He does a lot of, what is it? PLA and PA. I think his models. All the chill models, you know. The cool with a hoodie. There might be a hoodie right there. Right there. We need to actually, get that hoodie on one of the models, maybe a life size, like chill Mario or something. But welcome in, One Raz 3. Who else we got? 3D Medic Vince, Peekaboo, already in here. You're usually a latecomer. Nice to see you in early. Tulsa Skin, welcome in. Jupiter Robotics, familiar name there too. Icarus Links. I almost way killed that pronunciation. Icar Us Links. Icarus. I'm glad I said it in my head first. Baku. I just want a hug from Polymaker. Come on. Everybody come in for a group hug. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Do the little pat in the back and everything. That reassurance pat. Abysmal Melody 013. Tenshul. McPhil 3D. Welcome everybody. The Fluffy Chicken. I don't recognize that name, but I like it. The Fluffy Chicken. They have though. I don't know what I don't know why I have these on. I was on a call earlier. Let's take those off. But Fluffy Chickens, my wife loves any type of farm animal, and she'd own a pig, a goat, and a cow, along with the Fluffy Chickens. I don't know if you based it off of that, whatever the type of chicken that is. She loves them. Juan Felice, welcome in. Korea Rice Box, how you doing? Automod, let's see. Automod, welcome in. Let's see. English. Oh, Icarus Links. Okay, so it took it out because it probably just thought you were being rude. But English cripple guy from where yeah. I know who you are. How's it going? You're very tall too. I mean, you were a little bit shortened because of everything else, but you look like you're a rather tall individual. But hello, Plastic People from Little John Original. The guy that I went to Open Sauce and saw many times and have 0 pictures of. So I guess it probably never happened. Some things you don't think in the moment. Backman 57, the real Mark U of you, 23 Blue Dude. Hello, is there any update if Polymaker PLA Natural will be back in stock? We'll talk about that. Maybe. we'll come back to it. I have 100 plus chickens at the moment. The Fluffy Chicken, my only question then as a follow-up is, how many have you ever printed or equipped with the arms, little clip arms around the chicken? It looks like they're walking around with muscles or boxing gloves or Hulk hands, whatever it might be. I'm genuinely interested in. 23 J. Palmer 88. I think I missed you there. Sorry about that. Space Core 1, welcome in. Kenneth 32374, Kenneth D 32374, not to be confused with Kenneth not D 32374. I'm getting messages. I gotta make sure something's Pez Liz. If you're in this chat, yes, I'm alive. Okay, there we go. Whenever I hear Discord during the streams, I fear that it's, hey, you're frozen, or hey, you're but we'll talk about that too. My chickens will not tolerate wearing anything. Tried a few times, they just end up fighting over the arms and they'll go flying. Okay, fair. I never owned chickens to put them on. I printed, actually, I can't remember how many sets for some customer where I used to work, had a ton of chickens, and he's like, dude, you 3D print, can you make these? I'm like, sure. And I printed more than what a normal person should print. And he took them and put them on his chickens. Welcome in, Pezliz. There you are. Oh, this is new silk, the same as our secret awesome squad silk. Yes, it is. We'll talk. We'll start off with that because I get sidetracked easy. So see Stacer, welcome in. But yeah, for those that didn't see the announcement or did see the announcement and just wasn't sure, like, did we change things up? Is it going to be the same or not? It's an improved formula. It's no co-PE type thing. It is still 100% PLA silk, fine tuning it for faster printing, more consistent sheen. So as Pezos pointed out, if you're part of our awesome squad, which to become part of the awesome squad, you must be active in our server, our Discord server at discord.polymaker.com, where we also have daily giveaways of filament. Every single day there's a spool given away. Yes, every single day. Sometimes there's discount codes shared, sometimes there's other different things that happen in the Discord, but the more you're active, the more you level up. If you get to level 15, and that could be changing, we might be increasing that, so you better start getting active now, just through chat, through voice, just through interactions through the server. And it does see, you know, if you're flooding it and just typing nonsense, it won't count it. So let's give some genuine, you know, input or conversation, you know, help, whatever it might be. But then that gets you access to a meeting that is every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a couple of our product managers, maybe eventually a few of our product managers. But you'll get some kind of behind the scenes of what's going on, maybe what's coming out, maybe suggest they'll take suggestions on what should be the next color, what should be this. They'll do polls, and then other than that, you can also get filament early. There were a handful of people, I don't remember the number, let's say 15, we'll say 10 to 15 people that received the new formula silk before it was ever, you know, officially launched. It was basically to test out, make sure, see how it worked. Got, you know, great reviews. It printed really well. It looked really good. So that now is the available product. There will be some old stock. I think it'll be labeled that you'll see that it's kind of the old formula. It's still all PLA. They'll all print together. One thing to note, I think I seen internal notes, I'll have to verify, is there could be slight color variations from the old to new. Now, new, of course, we'll have consistent coloring through all of them, but right now, if you have an old stock and new, don't print them together, because they'll probably have slight. Big thing too is the speed will make a difference also. So the old stuff, within a certain range of speeds, you're going to see different sheen pattern. They're not patterns, but sheen, basically the shine of the filament and of the finished print. Where now we've made it to where it's more consistent. So from, I don't have all the specs in front of me, but from X speed to X speed, you can print slower or faster and you're going to get that same result. So that way, sometimes if you had a print where certain parts and sections would print faster, you would see almost like a banding where it kind of just changed a little bit of the sheen, which almost made it look like it changed color. So the new stuff is to avoid that. It's also a little bit stronger. I'm not saying that it's perfect for dragons. You can still print dragons in it. Just, you got to increase your walls. You got to know it's still silk in the end. It's not the strongest PLA we carry. It's not made to be the strongest. It's not made to be high temp. We don't have a high temp PLA silk yet. Who knows what's to come, but that's available now. So there's more to come. There's a couple colors that did not make it to the release, so you might see some certain things stay out of stock. All the colors are going to stay. Currently, there's no discontinue. Silk Black, I think, is one of the ones that's behind on production, but it is coming. So it wasn't like a problem or issue. It was just getting the stock there. Breathe, and the Polymaker Silk is the strongest I've seen in the market. I would be very interested in seeing some comparisons of different, you know, on spool and then also obviously printed. And yeah, I would see. I don't know. I haven't done any internal comparisons. I'm not sure. There's been nothing stated internally in notes that we've compared it with other ones. So I can't say that is 100% true, but I would 100%, you know, love to see it, you know, demonstrated. There we go. Awesome. Yep. You got the know-how, so I'll leave it up to you. I'm not the technical guy. I just print things. Welcome in, 3D Print SOS. I gotta send you a message. Your name was brought up in conversation within the company, and it's not looking good, buddy. It was nice knowing you. Feder, if you are still here, it's not bad. It's actually very good. But I need to message you. And it's, yeah, like I said, it's a good thing. Span Magoo, welcome in. K0Oho underscore Brian. No, K0Ho Brian, or is it K Zer Oho, which is I think, in Spanish, underscore Brian. I don't know. I'm random. Indie LLD, welcome in. Who we else? We got Sooth 3D. Hello. Senior Bobo. Bobo, yeah. Senor Bobo. Why does that sound familiar? Like it's something in a movie. Jedi Spidey, which filament are you speaking of? We are speaking of the PLA Silk. Panchroma Silk, if you want to get more exact. Dr. Boomstick, welcome in. RC Spaceport also. Kinsley K1, hello. And I have actually, why is my scroll frozen? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, YouTube. I just cleared out all chat because I wasn't watching YouTube. I always forget because I have to go back to Twitch during Meet the Polymaker to raid out. And then, well, yeah, anyway, I've explained that 100 times. I now have multi-stream up, so anybody in YouTube, I apologize. You can talk now, and I promise I'll acknowledge you. I get too wrapped up when things start, and I just talk way too much. Yeah, so Joel, how do I get that hat? Did mine get lost in the mail? You didn't receive it yet? I sent you 2. One was limited edition, like that nobody will ever see other than the one that was sent to you. So hopefully that made it. If it didn't, I think I forgot to purchase insurance on it too. Yeah, and it's not in the budget to send out anymore. I'm sorry. Hopefully it just makes it to you eventually. Thanks, Free Heathen. Appreciate the support. Jonathan CWTN, welcome. CGS Creations, also welcome. Yo, and you are awesome. You're all awesome. But what do we want to talk about? I laid some stuff in front of me so we can have a little bit of structure. I know we're not getting super structured. It's still gonna go off the rails as it normally does. Realisis _1, Realisis _1. Welcome in either way. I'm just trying to confuse myself on how to pronounce the name as always. G Fixler, hello. Star Rose 3. You can send me anything via Pezliz. Yeah, I sent Pezliz like stacks of cash, like hundreds of thousands of dollars that she was supposed to distribute to the community. If she didn't, check with her. Brit May, dark purple ASA is my favorite polymer filament. I use like it's gone out of fashion. That's is it the yeah, the super dark. I have no, that's well, close, but it's darker than this even. I thought I had something close with that. But yes, I agree. The dark purple is a beautiful color. Structure is for noobs, you're right. And I am definitely a noob. Wait, no, I'm not a noob. I'm a pro, so the structure's not there. Okay, that makes sense. The door needs to be painted. So to address the door real quick, I mean, I do everything, blah, blah, not painted. Everybody gives me crap about the door. I was searching through. I forgot to save. Somebody had shared a door. I'm pretty sure it was in Discord. If you're in chat, let me know, because I seen it. Somebody shared it. It was just like a fancy wooden walnut door or something. But anyway, I was searching while the timer was going down. I'm like, oh wait, I have a door to put up there, and I could not find it. I don't know where I saw it in Discord, but it was somewhere there. Joe Bob, welcome in. Hello. People just 3D print. I know people want me to 3D print a door. I've thought about like doing like Hue Forge, like some fun design. There's a million ideas. Eventually I'll stick to one of them, but gotta get through some other things first. I used to shim my fridge so the freezer stopped popping open. I have no idea what that's in reference to. Love that hat. Can't wait to get mine later this week. Yeah, CGS Creations. I sent you a hat too. Yeah. If UPS or FedEx, however it was sent, lost it, unfortunate. Gonna make me switch to Twitch again, aren't you? Jared D Hart for the giveaway. Yes. Just get your entry in and then go back to YouTube. But I am seeing the YouTube comments now. You're using electricity in the hallway. Got to turn the light off. Oh, you see the ominous glow. Yeah, usually that is off. You're right. You guys are on it. Gotta get a new extruder for CR10 V3, but to know where to look or what to look for, considering starting an online fundraiser. Help us get a bamboo printer. Yeah, bamboo. Very nice. Trying to figure out how to have donations. Yeah, I not help you there. Have no idea. I used your stacks of cash. Pezliz? That was meant for the community. You're supposed to share. I'll send everybody your way. If you say Hugh Forge 3 times in a row, then yes, while Neokoi Danny enters the chat, which would be hilarious if he popped in right now. Hello, Jan. I didn't question myself. I just went with it that time. ROFL Toast. Why does the door look significantly less cardboard than I remember? You mean, wait, hold on. You mean all the filament that made its way over there? I haven't moved yet. Yeah, it was the door last week. Greg Green, welcome in. Finley's Audio Adventures. Ew, Twitch. I know. So real quick, for those that are watching on YouTube, if you don't frequent the chat, we can do, so I stream through Streamlabs, the app. So when I do the giveaway through StreamYard, which we use to do other, like, easy quick streams like Greg's stream, Tiffany's stream, feedback hour, it's all done through there because they don't do all the transitions and extra. You can do some of that within StreamYards. It's not as, I don't want to say complex, but we'll say complex. I have a lot of scenes and setups for Beat the Polymaker that work really well. But anyway, with Streamlabs, I can dual stream, so YouTube, Twitch. But the way StreamYard's giveaway works is it's whatever is live and connected. So Twitch, if you're live, it'll read chat, it'll pull all the commands. So the I am awesome command, it'll automatically pull that, enter that person in. StreamYard has the ability to do YouTube, but only when you're streaming through them, because it has to know the exact link, I guess, basically the exact live feed, where to pull the chat from. If that, I am horrible at explaining it, but yeah, it's just, I think, and I've mentioned this before, and I just never rolled with it, is I think if I schedule, which I'll do this, so after this stream, I'll schedule community corner or whatever. I keep changing the name. I don't even know what it was this time. Community chat. But I'll schedule one for Tuesday next week. And then for the people that are on YouTube, please come back, because you're going to be my test subjects. Because I think if I schedule through StreamYard, I can see that scheduled event within Streamlabs app. I can then, when I go stream, I can select that as what I'm going live as under the YouTube part of things. And if that works, then we can do YouTube giveaways also. Well, I mean, it'd be a joint. YouTube and Twitch can enter every giveaway. Anyway, long explanation of what's just been said. I'm going to try something next week. Come back. You're going to be my test subjects. But what I want to do, though, is anybody that joins on YouTube next week, try to remember, do not type in I am awesome. You're going to see it. It'll be live. It'll be there. Don't type it in, because what I want to do is once it's, it slows down and people aren't entering, I want to actually watch it live and see if the entries are being recorded or not. That way, then I know. I mean, rather than watching the ticker at the end to see, like, oh, hey, is it going to work? Yeah, just remember, any YouTube people next week, do not type it in until I ask you or request to, just so I can see it. Make sure it's working, which I'm making a note now, or else I will definitely not forget at all, because I don't ever do that. Yeah. So real quick, I was talking about the PLA silk. Has anybody picked up any silk now they're seeing it go back in stock? Whether for a project you've had planned or you just want to try some out because you've never tried it before. Anybody get themselves some silk in the last, I don't know, 10 hours? No, 9 hours. I can math. 9.5 if you want to be technical. Some of it was actually in stock prior to releasing, for those that really watch the stock. But the official launch of the new formula. And you'll always, so any new things coming out, whether it be new color, even if it's not a big release, like HTPLA was a big release because it was a whole new variant of a material. The silk is just a slightly tweaked formula, so it's not like it's, replacing an entire line. It is still the same line with just a tweaked, basically for higher speed printing, consistency and higher speed printing. But yeah, and better layer adhesion. So like I said, it is stronger. I'm not going to tell you that it's a PLA Pro or a PPS by any means. Additive Adam, welcome in. Okala 100, welcome. War paint and unicorns. Why do you emphasize so much on the war paint? Is it because you just like the war paint more than the unicorns? Just a question. One Raz 3, welcome in. Let's read up some. I need set up filament. Then just have people send me all the poop they don't want to do. Speaking, we're going to talk about that too, actually. Poop. Printer poop. Let me specify before I lose half the viewers. What about those of us watching on radio? Little John, are you tuned into our AM station that we broadcast to? When printing wood PLA, it kind of looks like fish poo. Then when heating up the hot end, it starts. I mean, the consistency and the color could be. So our wood PLA is actually it's a foaming PLA. It's kind of it's a lightweight PLA. Doesn't have any actual wood in it. Some brands do have the wood in it, and actually some smell like wood when you're printing it, like burning wood, in a good way, not like campfire smell. Thank God. Insidium 87, welcome in. Builder's Mark, you might have said something earlier. I missed you. Sorry. Welcome in. Tin Talon, hello. Layer by layer, well. Look what the drug cat in. How the turns have tabled. Atomic Spark, how's it going? Imagine talking about poop on national television. Printer poop to specify. Yeah, we're not. I mean, actually, if we're television, it would be international television. We broadcast worldwide. With wood-filled filament. Is there? Yeah. Can you? I'm not going to recommend it. You can do whatever you want, but just remember there's consequences to some actions that you do, or really to all actions, whether it be positive or negative. Tesla is, you can't be telling people where layer by layer is. They're going to hunt them down now. In Canada, in my igloo, I wish I had an igloo, because in Ohio, the last like month or so, I've traveled a handful of times, but it has been hot and humid. It actually felt better in San Francisco, which baffled me, than it did in Ohio when I was there for Open Sauce. What's up? I am fan of delicious flavor. Joe, SA1 Wales, welcome in. Christian Bureau, Christian Bureau. The I am awesome command will only work on Twitch chat currently. If you weren't here just a little bit ago, we're going to try something next week. I can't promise it's going to work, but we're going to try something to where YouTube doesn't have to log into Twitch, put it in, go back out. But you don't have to be present in the Twitch chat to win, as long as you get the entry in there. Yeah, then you'll be good. Vacation, Open Sauce was hot. Yeah, so I mean, and especially in the building, it actually felt better outside than it did in the building with airflow and everything else. And don't get me wrong, it was hot and humid at certain times in San Francisco, but it definitely felt nicer than Ohio. Ran down to stare at Niagara for 20 minutes and turned around to come back. Sarcastic, yay. Now I don't know if you're being sarcastic, yay, because you're now going to watch this amazing stream that I put so much time and effort into every day, or if you're yay sarcastically about seeing the Niagara Falls. I'd love to see the Niagara Falls at least once. Never have. Howdy from Australia. You're keeping me company while I'm at work. Well, hopefully you get some work done and we entertain you at the same time. We don't want to pull you completely away from work. Dude, here in AC Sunday, it was 99 with a heat index of 106, 63% humidity. So nasty. Yeah. It's just it's the year of the humidity, I think, because normally Ohio can get hot. I mean, and mind you, I'm not comparing to like Texas and everywhere else, but Ohio can get hot. Normally it's not super humid. I mean, there's days, but it's been like constantly humid, oddly. Tech Warrior, welcome in. I beg to differ. I bet you're more awesome than Polymaker. Nap says something because Polymaker pays me. Note to executives, I didn't mean that. It was a joke. 5 hour round trip that we could have done on our way. Oh, you could wait. You're not near Niagara. You had to travel to Niagara. How much did you scale up the dragon? We'll talk about that. So yeah, so 35C here today. 35C is not even a real number. or a real measurement. Nobody knows what that means. I know what 200 plus C means on a hot end of a printer, but I have no idea what anything below that means. I just know that under 200 typically, well, I guess under 180, most things don't print well. I know. That's the same with millimeters. I know millimeters, like I can picture in my head how much it is, but I never remember the formula, the conversion. So it's like when somebody asks me like, oh, how big is the build plate for what and what? It's 350 by 350 millimeters. Okay, so what's that in inches? I'm like, I don't know. Pull out your phone. So yes, I know millimeters in Celsius only because of 3D printing, but I haven't converted all the way to both because, like I said, I don't know. Like right now, it's what is it? It is only 84 degrees Fahrenheit, so I have no idea what that is. Is that like 40 degrees Celsius something? 20 C is 70 F. Okay, so it's 25, 27 ish. C to F double. Really? Okay, is that what it is? Double and add 30? I'm sure that's not exact. 100, yeah, so okay, so if we double 38.5, so yeah, 76, right? 76? 76, no, 77. 77 degrees plus 30, 107. So it's close. I'm sure it depends on how low the temperature and how high it is, the difference, but that'll give you an idea. So C to F, double and add 30. I probably won't remember that, but Santa Clarita? Santa Clarita? I don't know why I can't pronounce that right. Clarita. Why does it sound weird? Just because I'm saying it? Metric system is so much better. I won't argue. We're all accustomed to what we grew up being taught. So it's, I know inches. I know this is an inch. This is 2 inches. This 12 inches, which is roughly 30 centimeters, I believe. And I only know that because of the ruler. Did you know that Dremel makes 3D printers? I did know that. Well, now you do, and we're thinking about getting one eventually. I don't know, do they still make them, like updated new ones, like fast, high-speed ones? Yeah, they've made printers for a while. It's actually the somewhat of a local library in the town next to me. They're part of a thing where they get a printer that floats around to different libraries. I've offered them a printer because I've got extras, and I guess there's a lot of red tape. So I told them the offer stands. Whenever they want, I gladly give them. It won't be a Dremel, but give them one of the printers that are sitting behind that glowing door. Americans and their Fahrenheit are also spelling. Their Fahrenheit are also spelling being cheeky. Aluminium. That's an American thing that people don't like to adapt, but it is aluminium instead of aluminum. If they won't take it, send it my way. I do. So that's a work in progress arcade, but it's a catch-all right now. So all my old printers, as I put new printers in the workshop, I took the slower, older ones out. A lot under 3s. I think a couple other just like kind of random printers. All work. They're all working printers, but I just don't have a use for them anymore. But I can't put myself to throw them out. I don't want to sell them because then it's, number one, they're not worth a whole lot. And even if I sell it for $50 or $100 per printer, then I become automatic tech support, and I'm not looking to do that. I've spent my years with the tinkering. I like to tinker myself. I don't feel like explaining that to somebody that doesn't understand it very well. The patience isn't there. But you never know. Maybe in Ohio we'll have a meetup and I'll bring someone with me. I want to still go through them, get them all tuned and leveled as much as they can be leveled. The confusion with aluminium and aluminum was due to the British scientist Michael Faraday, same person that did the Faraday cage, who named it but kept changing his mind. Oh, really? So it was kind of both. It just went back and forth. It's interesting. Little John has all sorts of crazy facts and things. So is his daughter. Very smart also. We talked about her last week. You like tinkering and CAD? Tinkercad? Ahaha. Silverback Creations, you should work for him. You can be their marketing guy. Door picture looks hyper realistic today. It does, but it's fake. It's Photoshop. There's not even a door there now. You gotta call me out like that. Working printers. Yeah, that's right, Joe. Working. All of my printers work. I don't have one that doesn't. Come on, little gnat. came away at a Star Rose 3. So the problem there is, of course, when I'm at a rep, I'm there, you know, representing Polymaker. Even if I stress to no end that, hey, this is Joel providing these to whoever, it's Joel from Polymaker providing them, no matter which way I spin it or word it. So it can be weird. A local event can be a little bit easier because you know, while I'm there, and yes, you know, I'm known more as Polymaker Joel than I am as Joel. It's a little bit more personal there because I don't have a big booth and a sign behind me, and it's more of just a visit. But we'll see what we got. Or I can just put them anonymously up on the flea market tables. Just leave, yeah, there you go, Pezlas. Just leave them on the table. Store's not real. Walk in the head. I'll think about it. Yeah, same Faraday as Faraday Cages. He's also the father of electromagnetism. We have motors and generators thanks to him. Look at that. I would have never known that, but now I do. Not like on our entry. Yeah, that's true. Well, don't have all that swag. Speaking of swag, I miss that Nicor guy. He was way nicer. This Joel guy is such a Silverback. For those that don't know, Polymaker Joel, his online persona, at least in the Discord, it used to be Nicor. That is what Silverback is referencing. And people made a big snuff when I took a position as Polymaker and I officially changed my name from Nicor to Polymaker Joel. I got some gruff. I don't care. We're still calling you Nicor. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We'll expect that Joel's friends all refer to him as Polymaker. Well, G Fixler, being that I have no friends near me, you guys are all my friends, and yeah, you guys mostly call me Polymaker Joel. It remind Nicor. Your cousin Nicor. Much cooler name. Nicor does sound cool. I would love to give you the story behind it, but it's not. It's funny, but not funny. But yeah. Anyway, it's from a long time ago. This would have been. I mean, it was a name that I created pretty much when I first started going online, which would have been 30 some years ago. Crazy. Oh, they called him Joel. No, only Tiffany calls me Joel. Nicor, not Nightcore. Yes, often. So like my main email that I use for personal is Nicor, and I always, whenever I do this, I spell it out. And how many times am I repeats back? Oh, so Nightcore. Then I got to the point that I just say, I spell it out and I say it's Nightcore minus the T. There's no T, and then they're confused because they have no idea what it means, and it has no real meaning to it. It was the real quick rundown is. It was a easier way to see, or easier way to pronounce what my original name was, which is Nikkor, based off of a photography company, photography accessories, lenses, I think, which wasn't even Nicor. I found out in many years later that it was Nika. It's pronounced Nicor in Japan. Learn something new. Yeah, well, there. So yeah, somebody's talked about the dragon a couple times. So this is the Articulating, and a stand that fell off. This is Articulating Dragon by Sousaphone. And if that name sounds familiar, that's because he is the creator of Dummy 13. I don't have my Dummy 13 mini model. You guys might have seen the large dummy scientist that we bring to the booths the last couple events. That is a 1000% scale. And this is a 380% scale of the original size. His mouth moves, and now let's see here. Let's see if anybody. Chit, where is Chit? Oh, Chit's back there. See him right there. There's Chit. Chit's not going anywhere. He's eventually gonna get hung up somewhere. But anybody know what color or what filament this is? Which I'll tell you, the black. The black is just Black Pet G. That's easy. Oh, the Dummy 13's in the box. Yeah, the box that I haven't opened yet. Here, like, I'll get a little bit closer. Oh, DJ Midnight. Well, no, Tulsa Skin actually was the first one. Yeah, it's the HTPLA Gradient Fire. As somebody pointed out in the Hangout, because I shared this last night in Hangout, is this is going to change for everybody now. It's candy corn. So I was like, I see it, and I just think candy corn. And they're not wrong. It kind of does. But all articulating, nice big size. And I did attempt to print his wings. So the wings I just printed flat, which actually came out cool because it's dark, you know, darker there, lighter here. And I'll probably eventually do it again. The first one failed, but printing them vertical, so then you get the banding in there from the color. Yeah, a fun little print. It is not a free print. I think it's $7, I believe. Position in a cool way. Boom, just like that. And then here, look. Just through word of mouth, people want random things, which I'll cover up the company. But they do a karaoke competition, this company does, so they wanted a trophy. This is actually in our PLA Pro Gold Metallic, but it'll end up being gold silk. Yeah, here we're just, there you go. Just a fun little print. And then Chit, yeah, Chit's back there. I gotta do more cool prints of Chit. And an actual dragon, not a wyvern like the dragons that. Oh, what is that? What makes the difference? The arm and the legs? Is that what makes it a wyvern or a dragon? Wyvern and Shirley. Welcome in, Chris Kraus, sorry. I was gonna say candy corn. Yeah, that's not the only one that's seen it. But what else we had? We had oh, I was gonna show you. I think I've showed this before. Where was the one I was just playing with? But K2 Kevin, you know, the maker chip extraordinaire. My daughter has taken partial to many people in this the community. Pezlas being one of the first. K2 Kevin, they also took a liking to her, so he actually designed her maker chip. This was a while ago. I think I shared it before, but I don't know if I mentioned before. So she loves Jeep Wranglers, so she loves ducks. She is also in competition cheer for, I don't know, 8 years, probably 6 or 7 years. And then of course her name's Ari, and you got the Jeep grill. But the other cool thing about this, it was the first ever fully HTPLA printed maker chip. So my daughter is just that special. That's, you know, she gets HTPLA maker chip. First one, all of it is HTPLA. It turned out good because actually the yellow on the HTPLA, just for those looking for a good yellow, right there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, there's that. And then, oh, here's the one I was looking for. I'm going to show something off. And we already know there's a demand for this. We know this. I'm going to show it off because it's been shared already. But I think it's cool, and I stole it, so. People have been asking for this, and I've brought it up in chat before. But has anybody seen this box? A picture of this box on Reddit? Pezlas, I have 800 cool secret projects. which one are you talking about? Every project I work on is cool. But has anybody seen that on Reddit? I don't know. I only seen because that was shared in our team chat. Because we gave these away. So winners for the printer bundles during our Polypalooza got. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna show that. I got they're in the other room, but I'll bring them in here. So we'll talk about that in a second, Pezlas. But swatches. This is Panchroma. Swatches, Celestial, Galaxy, Starlight, Glow, Neon, Matte, Metallic, Bowl, etc., etc. I didn't know, did they have, it's not sample pack, it's swatches. I'll open it. I don't know if anybody, did they share, the person that shared the box, did they share what was inside of it? I never went to the, yeah, I don't have a Snapmaker U1. And if I did, I couldn't talk about it anyway. But right now, this is just going out to our, I think, resellers and to certain companies for swatches. So you got a nice little cable there, and I'm not going to pull out every swatch. You guys can see the colors on the website, but it does have a sticker. So Panchroma PLA satin yellow. So that's what this is. It's a card, Panchroma, and as you can see, what's the best way of doing this? As my daughter stole my flashlight again. The little thief has struck again. But we'll just do this. So let's try and make it. Let's get it to zoom in. There we go. Oh, it's so hard to do this backwards. Anyway, okay, that's not easy to do. Everything's mirrored. But anyway, so it's different. It's stacked. That actually, I should have just done that. That's actually better. Different thicknesses, so you can see the TD, the transparency of the filament, on those. And it's hard to tell, but I promise you, unlike other companies, no names mentioned, these are 100% 3D printed. Every single one of them is 3D printed. And I haven't counted, but it should be, at this point, it was 173 swatches. So I know a lot of people were hounding the powers to be that there are many people that want these, many people that are willing to pay for these, which is crazy. But I also get it, because it's a lot easier to have this than buying one of every single spool of filament just to have the color palette in front of you. But I'm interested. This is a personal thing. They haven't done any polls internally or anything yet. How much, if you were to even want to buy this, if you're like, hey, I'd never buy that, I not that your opinion doesn't matter, but your value could be skewed. What would one pay for this? And give me like real world. You know, if you think it's worth $5, then fine, say $5. If you think it's worth 20, right now it should have 173 in there. Ideally, you know, at the time of ordering, it would be whatever there is, but right now let's just say 173. Our current entire Panchroma lineup. Of course, it's ever growing, so it won't always be super up to date, but then at least then you can we can maybe make the model available and you can print your own. Maybe, I don't know if that's even an option. If it chips, $25 USD, free with purchase of over 150. There you go too. Free with every 20 spools. So you guys have some good ideas. CGS Creations, I like your idea the best. $1 million. So these are now this one right now, right here, one of the initial early release editions. You'll never have one this early on. I will sell that for $1 million. Do I hear 2? Do I hear 3? Very 10, 20, 10, 15. So good range. So 20, 30. Yep. And again, we have not talked about if they're going to. We have shared that there are many tickets, posts, forum posts, Facebook group posts of people wanting them for easy payments of $99.99 free with every purchase of a so that way you can compare theirs and be like, no, Polymaker's got a better one, let's buy theirs. And that's, maybe you're onto something, Little John. A different marketing tactic, a little aggressive, but it could work. Let's see how this pans out, Cotton. A lot less than a 1 kg spool, but a very handy tool reference. So $20 sounds really good. Yep. Bamboo Lab ones are... Oh, Bamboo, I didn't know they sold theirs. They sell their swatches now. They're not 3D printed swatches. You can only get it with Polypoints. Oh, okay. Yeah, another thing. Definition of non-selling inventory. 10 cents per swatch. Okay, yep. Time to rob Joel. Or we all get one for being awesome. There could be ways of earning it 100%. Again, if we can get it to be available. Yeah, that dragon. It's one probably a week ago, maybe ish. Duct tape it to the wall and call it art and sell it for $1 million. Hey, you know what? That's so right now it's worth $1 million, but if I tape it to a wall with duct tape, it could be like 5 million, maybe. Yeah, and Icarus Link. So that's like I said, we do send it out to like the companies that resellers and companies. That way they have that tool. The same. I mean, to see something printed is way different than seeing a spool. Even if that spool is open, out of the plastic. And most resellers, they don't want 173 spools broken out of the sealed bag just to show a color off. So yeah, so that was the original intent. And then we decided to offer it as a special kind of limited edition prize with the Polypalooza stuff. But who's to say it won't be available later? JC, Critter 42, Jeff Thorson. It's not taking YouTube inputs currently for the contest giveaway. If you got Twitch, you got to go over there, just log in real quick, type it in chat, and then you can go back to, you can stay on YouTube. You don't have to stay in the chat for Twitch. Just to get that entry in there is what you need. I'd print the QR code on the swatch, go directly to the website. Yeah, so that's I think that was actually suggested internally at one point. Could be wrong. I remember it mentioned, because yeah, ideally then you see that color, boom, it takes me right to it rather than me having to search. Which the plus side is, if you ever have a SKU number, you can search that in our search box on the website. It takes you right to it. It'll take you to the family filament, but it'll automatically highlight the SKU. You know, because you know, everyone starts with black and white and gray typically on the family lineups, but it'll actually boom, take you right to the yellow one. Gonna make him switch viewing platforms twice. No, stay on YouTube, log into Twitch, type in I am awesome in Twitch chat, disconnect and stay on YouTube. Because then past that, once you're entered in, all you have to do is you have to be the one to reach out to me anyway. So I guess you have to be present so you know you got drawn, but you don't have to claim it in Twitch. I'm not so fancy where I have the automated thing to set up and see who responded and accepted the prize. Update the bottom ticker so people know it's Twitch chat they have to use to enter. Probably. I could, but the idea is next week we won't have to. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Look at that, almost an hour already. What else was I going to say? Oh, this one, I think I didn't share this last week, is went to Open Sauce 2 weekends ago, of course. It's been 2 weekends ago already? Wow. Oh, I guess last weekend, not just 2 days ago weekend. Anyway, Open Sauce weekend. I did share some pictures. The rest of them were loading up. I don't remember what I shared, so I'm not going to pull those back up and kind of repeat that. But one thing that's awesome is a lot of these events, the Rep Rap events, and then also at Open Sauce, is there's a group of kids that are part of what they call the Hack Club. You guys may have seen the channel in the Discord, and I'm learning more and more, what they're doing. But it's basically a bunch of kids, as much as it says Hack Club, it's not like they hack things. They're not stealing people's money and credit cards. They're making awesome things. Engineering, like early on engineering stuff, whether it be with coding, mechanical stuff, all sorts of stuff. And they always like showcases. So a lot of stuff, it's like some printer projects. I think each year they do like a different theme. Like right now it's, highway. There you go. Highway design, build, repeat. And what's cool is this is the first edition that they've done where they have a book. And what is cool about this, I don't think you can get it anywhere. They were just handing it out at the event. But it's a nonprofit aimed to get teens making awesome coding and electronic projects. But this is, I'm not going to go through all of them, but like multifunction, jukebox, these are, some of these creations are like 13-year-olds, 13, 14, 15, I'm teenager, obviously, 13 through 19. But, autoplay. And this, so this book is kind of showcasing all their, projects. I'll have to check with them, see if there's a digital version of this. But then the QR code takes you right to their French all open source. Will typically take you to the GitHub if you want to do it yourself. But there are so many projects. Like I said last week, this is one of those things where when I went to Open Sauce, I realized like, wow, I thought I did some cool stuff as a kid, but no. Oh, here we go. Even this one. Okay, so yeah, each one too. So you got the full changer, a different variation. I don't know the details. Of course, you go to the QR code and you can see it. But the Hydra, and that's Brendan Conover, 18. This over here is a palindromic, whatever, coaxial swerve. I can't even pronounce it. And this 16-year-old is making this. 35 hours, 750 one drivetrain, custom wheels, brushes. I mean, just amazing. So I've got one of those from them. I actually got two. I gave one to Nico. But amazing thing. So if you guys look up Hack Club, if you know teenagers, I don't know what it takes to like start your own Hack Club. If there's something you sign up, I don't know the details of that part, but a cool thing to look into, maybe something to integrate with it in a makerspace, or a school if you're a teacher or you're helping a teacher aide at any point. Maybe something to suggest, something to look into. If you have any questions, the kids are active in the Hack Club channel, you can go ask them any question. If you have a in-depth question about the project, how you could join, how you can have somebody else join, if there's something in this state or that state. Very cool. How many different types of filament and color are there? Right now, active SKU wise, we have 464. Hold on, I'll tell you here. I'm making an active list. 446. But now that the silk was already on there, so that's not new. PPS GF was added, so maybe 440. Oh no, sorry, that's, yeah, with PPS GF would be 446. Some things are being into line, older stuff that you want to know about anyway, but yeah, so that's what we have currently in our lineup. Fusion 360, I cannot use Fusion 360. I don't have the patience to learn it, is the problem. You going to give away any poly dryers? You never know. You never know what I'm going to do on any of these, whether it be the Tuesday stream or the Meet the Polymaker show or Discord. Activity in Discord. Oh, and then keep your eyes peeled. Okay, so how many of you in here, I only want 50 poly dryer boxes, see Polymaker Pete? He's got them all. He houses the most amount of poly dryers in one location than anywhere in the world other than our factory. But a quick question. How many in this chat, whether you're part of our Discord or any other social that you're part of, how many of you use, and just say me, if it's you, say me, that use or actively engage in Facebook, like groups, like a 3D printing group, a multicolor filament group, brand group, Elegoo, Bamboo, whatever. Do you guys enjoy? Okay, yep, looks like we got some. Me. Okay, so it's enough me's now. I mean, you can keep saying it, keep putting it in there, but I'm only asking because I would I'll announce it now. I'll announce it here first. Is we have a community group on Facebook. You can find it. You can go join it if you want to, but the problem in that lies in it was created and it was changed to private. So then you have to have the approval of thing. And it's a pain in the butt. We will be starting very soon, so keep your eye peeled on the socials, and I'll do an announcement in Discord, a new Facebook group. So I encourage anybody that does like it, the positivity and the informational, the knowledge base that we have on Discord, I'd like to copy and paste that as much as I can to the Facebook group. It'll just be the Polymaker 3D printing group. It'll be pretty simple, straightforward, not trying to reinvent the wheel of naming a group. But it's going to be a group that, like I said, is kind of, I don't want to say a copy and paste. I want it to be its own personality. But similar to Discord, as to where we can help people with problems. We can share awesome things. If you got a cool print to share, whether I always say the good, the bad, the ugly, anything fails, those are fun too. Sometimes we've done this, especially in Discord and on X.com and everywhere else. You might share a picture that we might say, hey, can we use that like for marketing, as whether it be a fun thing or kind of make a meme out of something. You never know, but it's an easy way to share fun stuff. You never know what it could be used for. And like I said, then we would always reach out too. That's this isn't the group isn't being created to make a marketing thing of pulling in stuff. I'm just telling you, if you share stuff, you never know what might be used for. But I wanted to have it just an active community, because ours right now, our community group and Polymaker is kind of dead. Every now and then people post some cool stuff here and there, not much interaction, but I'd like to take that over and put it into a new group that is open to all. Ideally, the first people that join, if you're established in the community, we know you. We might seek some help for moderators, because I won't be able to watch that thing 24/7. Maybe 22/7, but I need 2 hours of rest. So yeah, that, like I said, this is the first time I've actually even talked about this. This is I don't even want to say something in the works, because it takes 2 seconds to create a group. Little John, if MySpace was still, is MySpace still even a thing? Is that an active site that does anything at all? Like, can you even create new accounts? I'd imagine it was sold off. MySpace. I mean, could you even? I don't even know what my name was back then. I was just seeing you like do like slash somebody. Okay, so myspace.com/Tom is something. Former first friend. I'm not working for the company now, y'all. MySpace.com. Okay, so it is a thing. Okay, but this is, I'm not announcing on MySpace. I was just curious because that would be hilarious. Someone must have bought the name. Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to be now. Look it up on the World Wide Web. Logged in once, never again. I don't even remember what I used MySpace for. I remember that was the whole thing of music and flashy graphics and all the glitter graphics and all that stuff. It's just music now? Okay, it might be. I'll look at it later. But little John just piqued my my brain waves there for a moment. Like, oh, hey, ICQ account. Yep, ICQ. The boot up. Us old people, we know what that is. Uh-oh. I can't go that high. MIRC, that's where I got started. MIRC went down a dark path. Internet relay chat, relay client, whatever it was. Are you calling me old? I'm calling myself old. So if you're as old as I am, then I guess unfortunately I am. You have mail. Thanks to Little John, this just went completely sidetracked into memory lane. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yahoo chat rooms, yes. What was the one? Very first time I ever got into chat rooms. Oh man, I wish I remember the site. Chat Fig. I have no idea what that was. I mean, Yahoo chat, of course, all the big ones I was in, but there was a main chat that I used to go to. Genie, I don't remember that one either. The Wall. Usenet, yeah. I've used Usenet on a few things. Met my wife on a CompuServe chat room. Look at that. Good old CompuServe. Yep. 56K. Oh, hey, actually, speaking of 56K internet, I might finally, maybe meet the Polymaker. If those that watch, I've noticed that several past ones, the show is fine. I mean, tolerable, we'll say, but the stream quality is fine up until the interview with the guest. Of this, of course, on pre-record, it's not a problem at all. But on live ones, it seems that once I start getting into that interview, the upload gets completely crapped up, and it basically is unwatchable, and which is very unfortunate because the guests have been, I mean, all the guests are great, but like they're great guests, like then you don't get to watch anything, and then I forget to just hit record when I also go live. I think, yeah, no, I can do. So I'm gonna for sure do that this week, to record it just in case, so the VOD will be there. But might finally be getting some upgraded internet soon. And I've got 150 download, 20 meg up. It typically rates at around 10 meg up, and that I think is where my bottleneck is. I think there's some noise in the line too, but fiber should be getting ran soon. So long story short, came home Sunday, no internet, and my modem was dead. Mind you, I didn't get home till like 11. Didn't really mess with the internet stuff until midnight, 1 o'clock. Messed around with it, and luckily enough, one of my good friends works for the ISP and lives in town, 5 minutes from me, and he's a night owl like myself. So I messaged him and said, "Hey, Mark, listen, I got an issue. Is this on my side or what?" And nope, it was a modem problem, and he met me in town to give me a new modem at 1 o'clock in the morning. And we got out because we were both at the in front of our school in a small town that we live in. I'm like, this is shady. It looks like a really shady Craigslist deal going down or something. Who background? Can't remember that one. Are you talking about like Napster? That's the only music blue background I can remember. Got a fiber line. Oh yeah, so Diablo spawns. The ISP does have fiber. Not I live about 2 miles outside of town, but I should be getting it soon. Actually, I have to go out to my yard and take the panel off, verify the for my buddy. He's like, take the panel off, take a picture of it. He's like, fiber should be ran out there. We just have to do the branching off, but it's expensive. They have to contract it, and they've been busy because they've been expanding. It's a small town company that's actually quite large in this area, and they've ran fiber to different towns and everything, just not to my house. So soon, I think they're basic now is 2 gig up, 2 gig down. You can pay like an extra 30 for 5 gig up, 5 gig down, but that's just overkill. Had a microburst and bad lightning storm last Friday. See, that's Alexandra. That's exactly what he thought. So we were out of town, school closed shop and all that good stuff. And there was a storm up here because he's like, did it get hit like with lightning? I'm like, I wasn't home. I have no idea. He's like, I seen after I checked yours, looked like a few modems went down around 10 o'clock. And he's like, so probably got hit. Thankfully, nothing else has suffered. It was just that. Oh, it took that long to do that? That's here. Okay, so real quick, let's do this. Do this. So I entered this into ChatGPT and it didn't create it by the time the chat started. So let's do maybe. Hold on. Can we? Well, I was going to show you what ChatGPT came up with. ChatGPT, it looks like. Okay, what is the format? Oh, edit. Hold on, I have to give it a command because it doesn't see that format. Just learned a trick for figuring out, you know, if your filament is wet or dry. If you bend the end, it breaks, it's wet. All right, so misconception on that, Jupiter Robotics. So I've learned from Nico, who's intelligent as can be, is a lot of times that's more due to degradation than it is due to wet filament. I'm not saying it won't ever be that way because of wet filament, but it's more so because of just degradation of the plastic over time. That's why, like, a lot of times you have a filament out, and over time it's just the exposed parts. Because I mean, technically everything's absorbing moisture at some point. But and yes, I don't know the details behind it. Diablo Spawn. I've seen that question asked before, and I've seen it answered more often than not that yes, you can overdry filament. Then I think it does become super brittle. Yes, so there's different environmental things, Pez Liz, especially the ends. And typically what you can do is pull out the first 12 inches, you know, basically 6 inches, snap it. If it doesn't snap, it just bends, and then just cut it there, and the rest of it should be good. It's usually just the very end. Joel grates me all the time and I'm about to snap. Oh, fair. Okay, starting download. Now let's see if I can get this door up here. So I just did a screenshot of my door and put it into ChatGPT and said, create me a fun, which I said 3D instead of 3D printed themed. So that was my fault, but let's see. I gotta size it up. This is the door that was supposed to be the door of the week because I couldn't find the one on Discord. Boom. There's my door now. How many monitors are you running? Icarus, 4. That's why you see me looking all over the place. And so for this stream too, is my camera is mounted up on top of my monitor. That's why you don't see me looking at you. Where Meet the Polymaker actually have it mounted. You go directly, so it's eye level. A little more personal that way. But never get so curious to what happens when you over dry filament. I think it's just super brittle. I don't know that for sure. Did you get my door? DJ Midnight Wolf. That's okay. Is that who? Where'd you share that? I was talking about it earlier in the stream. is I remember somebody shared one, couldn't remember who it was, and I couldn't remember where I saw it, and I had no idea where to look. Don't always transcribe ChatGPT as ChatGPT, Chachi Bluetooth. How do you put a pick? The pick, it's just I reuse Streamlabs, so I can do, yeah, you'll see it's right there. Trying to Polymaker logo for the door. Hey, oh yeah, we've had suggestions. One day we'll actually do one of these Tuesday streams. We'll do a brainstorm session, and we'll just have I'll list topics on the screen. This, and this is what we need to get answers for. What are we gonna do with this? What are we gonna do with this? And what we're gonna, get your guys' input. It'll be fun stuff though, because of course everybody's got their own opinion. Nobody has a, they're not gonna be right or wrong answers. But yeah, we'll do a poll or something. Critter 42, I've mentioned that before. Anybody that wants to submit a door, submit away. Which here, I'll move it real quick. So anybody, okay, yeah, that's there. So anybody that wants to take a screenshot, you don't have to, but if you want to, take your screenshot now of not this door, but this door. That way you have a template to know what to fill it with. Because ideally, since it's not a perfectly straight door, you get the angle and everything, so I can just copy paste it. Maybe even keep the glow under the door just right, so it's just boom right there, right at the top, right along the side, so it's a perfect fit door. This one is just one that covers it. There we go. We got some light underneath the dirt. Here, actually, no, we can do this. If we do this, that. See my concentration. Boom. There you go. Fits well enough. And use alpha so the parts around the door are transparent. I don't know what alpha means. Is that like an app? Door paint. We just do a door painting stream where I just paint, so then you can see my balding head and my backside. That doesn't sound like a very interesting stream. Tell you what, if this stream gets 8 million likes, we'll do a paint the door stream. Okay, transparency. Alpha is a color channel. This goes to show how simple-minded I am. Oh, I was going to share, Pez's brought up earlier, a secret project is something I'm working on that those in the community will know that I've been working on for a long time. But give me 1 second. Okay, so this isn't anything new. You guys have seen a ton of models, but we'll give a background real quick. So one thing I've got is in my workshop. Someday maybe I'll do one of these streams from the workshop for those that haven't seen it. I have a few Bambu Lab printers all lined up, and the problem with it is when they poop and they poop and they poop, I've got like inch between them. I have to start pushing them, angle them to the side to be able to reach around, scoop out all the poop, and shove it into a bucket or trash can, whatever. A long while ago, I'm like, you know what? I've seen somebody do like just for the A1s, a little side conveyor belt for the poop conveyor belt, and they would just take it from the side and then dump it off on the edge of the counter, which is fine. And I have A1s and all that stuff, but it takes up a little bit of space for each one. But I mainly wanted it for my X1Cs and my P1Ss because they're all lined up, and again, it's a pain to get behind them. So I started designing a poop conveyor belt. It was an ongoing project, which is most of my projects, ongoing forever and always. But there have been many different iterations, and I'll have to give props to K2 Kevin, who recently had done one, and he did some remixes to it, changed some of the kind of, we'll say, quality of life updates to another gentleman's model. I don't have that information in front of me, but this, I'm putting some stuff, I don't have it all assembled yet, is basically, it's going to be hard to see because it's black there, and then it's going to have, these aren't, of course, they're not connected yet, but why does that one look weird? It's like the surface finish. Oh, it's because it must not have squashed well on the the build plate. But either way, conveyor belt, which is going to be motorized. Again, nothing's working right now, but these are all, it's nice because there's some bearings, so there's rollers underneath. I just put those on there. There's a roller here that's got bearings in it. That'll help like put tension on the belt. And then, of course, the driving mechanism. The motor won't spin, of course, but this is going to be all along my back wall, and maybe, I don't know if I'll finish it tonight. I think all the prints are there. I have all the parts I need. I just need to connect the power adapter to the motor. Maybe during Hangout. I think I'm probably gonna, after this stream's over, I'm probably gonna go watch a movie, and then I'll probably step in Hangout if anybody's bored later. If you guys are late night owls like I am, I'll probably switch the camera view into the workshop and kind of set this up. You'll be able to see me kill my back as I lift up printers and put them on the floor so I can clean out all the poop and then install this. We'll see. That's the idea if all works out well. Yeah, I think Pezliz, Conveyor, Discord. I don't even know. You linked something on Discord, but I can't. Here, hold on. Control C. Boom. Now I have belt pieces going everywhere, all over the place. Oh, it's in the show off prints. Okay. I didn't realize. I haven't been in show off prints. Oh, you know that one? Okay, I thought it was a new one. But yeah, okay, so you showed it off. Anyway, that's just another one of the fun projects. And it's actually pretty simple. And definitely a better design than what I had going on. For whatever reason, I don't know why I thought I needed a wide track when you could just do a narrow track, and then there's little stoppers. So imagine the poop's coming this way. There's stoppers to keep it from bouncing over the other side. This would have been way easier to print. I wasted a ton of filament because my tracks that I designed, they were actually very similar to this. And the same, they used filament to interlock them, but mine were probably like this wide. It was overkill. I'm glad somebody else did it, and now I have something fun, and it'll actually all I'll eventually set it on a timer that'll go off every so often, every day or throughout the day, and then dump into a hole into the counter that goes into a bucket, into a poop bucket. Maybe I'll label the bucket a toilet, or maybe I'll just put a toilet over the hole in the workshop or the workbench, and then it'll be fun that way. I can't wait to put it all together. So that's yeah, that's not really a secret project, but a fun project nonetheless. And it'll be very nice to not have to worry about scooping all the filament out. Because it is a pain. Not enough room there. So super engineered. I like it. Well, that one's not super. That one's not too bad. That one's just yeah, rollers, drive mechanism, and then done deal. Legs, so it's up over the power cord. And yeah, everything interlocks, and then you can, like, those are all actually pressure fit right now, and I think it would probably still work, but I will put screws through them. Wait, what? 8.7, is there an earthquake somewhere? Where did I miss? Did somebody say something about an earthquake? Like, legitly? 8.7 is like big. Who else has hundreds of projects on the back burner for decades now? This guy. Our couple older garbage can for filling poop. It's small but mighty. There's good old, yeah, okay, K2, he's in there. More LEDs have been added. Yeah, he's been making some adjustments and whatnot. But yeah, once you print the parts and see what works where, perfect. And then he's got little clamps, which I don't know. Have you shared the remix yet, K2? Because there's like, so for me, they're just the legs. They're standard legs because it's all a countertop, so I don't have anything to clamp to. But if you have yours on like a shelf or a desk, K2 has made some clamps. I'm hoping I can accept it. Okay, yeah. So hopefully I didn't just spill too much. But oh no, you showed the pictures of the like desk clamps. You can clamp it on, and they can actually go on that. So then it's solid, locked into place. Mine, there is no back, it's just a wall, so it's not like they're gonna shift and fall off anywhere. But definitely cool. Joel gets special access. Probably because I nag him so much. Like, oh, hey, you shared this? Hey, what about this? What about this? He's been great on answering my questions. So I appreciate it, K2 Kevin. I think you know that, but hey, it's fun. So yeah, those are all the print projects. What? Oh, well, one other cool thing. Actually, here I'll share this link. So have you guys seen like where I mean, you've seen different iterations of just 3D printed maps. There you go. I doxed myself, New Knoxville, Ohio. But anyway, small town, as you see, that is my town with an airport. Look it up. That airport's near Neil Armstrong Airport. It's where he'd fly in to go home near Wapakoneta, Ohio, his birthplace. But anybody ever see these? This is just a very thin, easy. It's not a hue forge. It's just different colors: green, green, white, blue, and black, and then a frame. The frame's different. I had to track that down through, I can't remember who. But either way, you can size it up. But I want to share because the site is, I've always liked those, but like every site you go to, you have to like save it into this format, then throw it into a some 3D program, convert it to this, change this, and if you're like me, you're not all about that. So let me find not history, bookmarks, mobile, saved it somewhere. I promise, it's in here somewhere. Other two. Don't know I have that saved, but where is my? Did I do it under the work email maybe, or work account? Or I'm not asking you guys, I'm asking myself because I'm weird like that. No. Does anybody know a good site? Say it and I'll recognize it. No one knows where Ohio is anyway, right? Nick335, I do a conveyor just to just to troll with my cats. Just to put troll with my cats. Am I reading that wrong? I do a conveyor just to put troll. I'm not sure what that means. Hard Knock Street. Yeah, you're right, Pezlist. You narrowed it down to the exact location. It's a project, not a TPU ball. What is epic this week? Shenanigans 3D? What are you working on? Because typically what you're working on is pretty epic. Have you done have you fully tested the high temp capacity of PPS? Now we have the GF too. How many years occasionally driving through Ohio, but never lived there. I've lived here all my life. Not bad. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked because I was going to share a link to what I thought was a cool site, like if you have your own location. So I want to make like different locations of obviously where we live. This also, where, not there, right? Somewhere around there is where I was married. But like where I met my wife, the city there, where we got our honeymoon, Disney World. We went to Disney. I want to do like a ton of location things and just kind of have a thing of memory locations. Something just fun. For 2 hour, 5 p.m. is from me. Okay, where's old New Knoxville? Oh yeah, I don't know. You know what? I've been asked that many times. I don't even think it exists. But you can Google it. Yeah, I wanted to share that site, but city something. Well, here, I guess if you want to try to find it yourself, watch Uncle Jesse. I think that is who I saw it in a video of. City, no. But yeah, Uncle Jesse did a video on it. and that's where I got the idea from. So anyway, just I want to share more 3D printed stuff that I made. Really cool events you guys are going to this year or next. Prints with Chris, we will be at 3D Printopia in end of September. We'll be at Form Next in the middle of November. And depending on how the Form Next lines up and everything else, possibly Orlando Maker Faire, which I gotta look at that. I don't remember when that is. Actually, if you want to know when there's events, we haven't marked them yet to highlight where we're going to be at. But if you go to polymaker.com/community, you'll see a calendar there. That calendar will show you events. You can select all events or just for in person or just online, but we'll go in person. And Open Sauce, of course, was already done. August, there is nothing, which is surprising. Orange County Maker Faire in California is the September 13th to 14th. We will not be able to make that, unfortunately. Bay Area Maker Faire also in September 26th through the 28th. Won't be able to make that because we will be at 3D Printopia September 27th and 28th. Maker Faire Orlando is November 8th and 9th. Thank you very much, Jupiter Robotics. I think it's on there. Form Next is November 18th through the 21st. How do I not have Maker Faire Orlando on there? 8th and 9th. Okay, so it's the week before leaving for Form Next. Okay, so the idea is there. But yes, Robot Ruckus is a fun thing. We always sponsor the Robot Ruckus. Tons of BattleBots from PLA or plastic ant, PLA ant weight or plastic ant weight, all the way up to big ones. I don't know. There's beetle weight. There's other ones. I don't even know all of them, but there's really cool. If you want to see robotics battles, that's a place to go. If you're in the area, you can make it. Possibly it's coming up quick. We're still trying to prepare or finish preparing for 3D Printopia. I'd love to have a booth at Orlando Maker Faire. When you come into Portland, Oregon, or the Pacific Northwest, we need an event out there, right? I need to go out there. I need to fly out to Seattle at some point. Go to say hi to other Joel and check out a studio and maybe do some fun stuff together. We'll see. Be in Texas next year for the new event. Yes, the Lone Star 3D Expo event. We are set up for that one. Smurf we will be at in March of next year for those in the UK. 200 robot capacity this year. The most bots ever at Robot Ruckus. Yeah. Antweight Pro, Antweight Gladiators, Plastic Antweight, and Beetle Weights. There you go. There's so many to try to remember. Steal some Lego and Star Wars stuff from Perillo. I could do that. Actually, by the time that I make it that way, Perillo will probably have another box of figurines for me. He usually ships them to me, but I'll take delivery in person. Ready for Canada? I haven't been to Canada in ages. So we used to go like every other year for summer vacation, family trip, because had family that owned a campground on Lake West Lacombe, I think is what it was called. Does anybody even know where that is? Any Canadians? West Lacombe? It was a beautiful lake, crystal clear water. You could see the pike swimming down, you know, big old fish with teeth swimming around. Petrified wood. It's the first time I've ever found petrified wood, like not in a store. Lots of cool stuff. I'd love to come to Canada, even if it's not for camping at Lake West Lacombe. Robotics competition in a month. So excited. Yes, I can't wait to be able to focus, have more focus on the events when they are, because I know there's a lot that are ones I could travel to pretty easy, and I want to come to more, but getting some things worked around to where maybe I'll be able to do that more next year. Teslas, do you know what that lake is? Have you ever heard of that lake? I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's been 30 years since I've been there. Yeah, probably 30 years at least. Where I got my first pocket knife, and it's where I lost my first pocket knife within less than 10 minutes of owning it, as I am in the back seat of our Chevy Blazer, and I opened it and I went to close it and I slipped my finger. I'm trying to hold it, and not tell my mom because I knew I was gonna be in trouble. And my brother ratted me out. She turned around, I was pale white. After she made sure that I wasn't dying and that I stopped bleeding, then I got in trouble and I got my pocket knife taken away. Ontario has a lot of lakes. Yeah, it was within driving. We always drove, so I know it's somewhere not super far off of coming into Canada from Michigan. Let's get a big event in PNW. I'm not sure where PNW is. I think Pezliz is working on some possible event somewhere. At least has the idea for. I don't know if any headway yet, but Pezliz will be the organizer up there that at least gets things started. Connect the people at Pezliz, and then of course where there's a fun event and 3D printing people, Polymaker is sure to follow. Oh, Pacific Northwest. Wow, how would I not know what that meant? I did the same thing. Got a Swiss Army knife from birthday when I was 10. Tried to cut a Zora mask, scissors on it. Slipped my hand open. Yep. Lesson learned. Long time till I got another pocket knife. Tech Jeeper, yes, Tech Jeeper. So anybody in the Michigan area or around Michigan, what's Icarus? What's the date on that? I think it's August, right? So I might pay a visit. It depends. I've got a project that I can't talk about right now that we're working on. I might be traveling for that. If not, if I can make it, because Michigan's an hour and a half from me. 2 hours. I guess it depends where in Michigan. Catch you tonight in the hangout. Tame some poop. Yeah. So like I said, which I'll wrap this up here shortly. When we watch some Happy Gilmore 2 with the family. And then I'll probably hop on here because I mean I was trying to clean up the desk. Part way there. The rest of this place is just destroyed. But cool fun stuff. I've got some other printing projects, but yeah, I just had a handful of prints today. I wanted to show off. A lot of people always ask, what are you printing? And even though I work for Polymaker, that is my job. Is it something I still have fun with? Absolutely. You're gonna print cool stuff like that. And why? Because I can. And it's awesome. And same with the chit thing. Got a large Polymaker logo. I got a lot of stuff. I just need to find places for it. I've heard good and bad about the movie. We'll see. But I'm gonna watch that with them, and then then we'll probably hop in the hangout and do a little dance, make a little prints. Get down tonight. I almost messed up there. K2, again, if you're still here, thank you for the inspiration. I've been needing to do it. I've had my half printed, half design set up. That worked, but it was very jank. For I don't know how long, sitting on the edge of my workbench. I've now tossed those because I don't need the parts. And yeah, this one was easy and quick, especially with multiple printers. It was quick to print. I'm excited to just get it automated and not have to worry about the poop back there. And just another cool print. Tulsa Skin. I 100% know where you're coming from. I've got more printers than I need. Obviously, I got way more filament than I need. It sends the overage there, the overage there, and there's another stack there, another stack there, and that's before you get into the workshop. So if you guys want to check out the workshop, like I said, maybe I'll do a stream from there in the future. You've seen part of it during like the HTPLA launch if you watch that. But ideally, if all goes well and I don't crash during the movie and it's that boring, I'll hop on to Hangout and I'll move the equipment over in there. Well, I won't move. I got another camera in there, so I'll set that up and maybe I'll take a little fun tour of the workshop in the filament room if you really want to see it. Always send me the filament printers you don't need. There you go. Oh, and one last thing. We'll get ready to do the drawing. So here, real quick, for those, I'm going to... Where is the giveaway? Only 67. There's got to be a lot more than that. I don't know if it didn't register or whatnot, but type in I am awesome. Even if you've done it, everybody type in I am awesome in Twitch chat, YouTube world. Next week, I promise. Yeah, my promise. I say a lot of things, but I don't promise a lot of things. I promise tonight I will set up a scheduled stream. You're probably going to see it. You're going to see Community Corner and YouTube scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern Standard next Tuesday. That is going to be a placeholder in hopes that we can test something. And again, for YouTube, next week, don't come in here and type in "I am awesome" right away. It's gonna make it harder to determine if it's working. YouTube world, next week when I say, which I'll do it early on the stream, that way we don't just sit and wait for it. Once it dies down and people aren't doing the "I am awesome," then I'll ask you to enter it so I can track it. I know I already talked about that, but I'm mentioning it for those that are in YouTube right now watching. We will try it. Could work. I don't know, but it's worth a shot. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and I'll tell you the same thing at the Twitch. But right now, entries are only Twitch related. It's climbed up there to 91 pretty quick. So that must have, I don't know if some people had some typos or whatnot, but go ahead and type them in there. I am awesome. It doesn't matter where you're at. Don't think, well, I can't enter. I live here. Enter. If you're watching, you can enter. If you're watching, you can win. If you're watching, you can receive free filament from Polymaker. And also don't forget to join us on Discord at discord.polymaker.com. That is our official server. And we do this type of giveaway every single day. Every single day. So get in there and register. If you are new to the server, you're not going to see the giveaway right away. You have to talk a little bit, engage a little bit into the server. Once it populates to level 1, I think it is, then it'll unlock the giveaway role and you'll see the channel. And then from there, you just have to click the little confetti cannon emoji. Yeah. But Black Gray Wolf, if I'm pre-recorded, I can't do the giveaway, but I can do an extra giveaway the following week, which I normally make up for it. Come to Mama because I need to order 10 spools. I think I was going to mention one other thing. Oh, that's actually not mentioned. I need to go over to Twitch. Oh no, I got ads. Not ads. Why? Oh, I hate when I click it. I just want to mute. I didn't even click anything. I don't know why that was playing in the background, but it was. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm in my own world over here. We are going to do the drawing. Can we get it to 100? We have 2 more people that have not typed in "I am awesome" for a chance to win some filament. When are you giving away Panchroma hats? I'm looking to do some stuff. So being a company, there's certain red tape you have to get through things. So we'll see. I'm going to see if I can do some stuff, maybe some limited stuff. We're not set up to sell stuff. So, well, I'm saying at events. Sorry, I should preface that. Like at 3D Printopia. Maybe I personally will buy some hats. And maybe I will give them away somehow. I don't know. They can get very pricey. These are not cheap hats. But they're very good quality. This one's been soaked and probably needs washed. No, it doesn't look bad. The Panchroma thing's not even close to wearing out. That's good on there. Be there just for the hat. So I need to put giveaway of hats behind something. You got to join our Facebook group when it's created. Watch, again, reminder real quick too. Watch socials. Watch for the announcement in Discord if you're in Discord. We'll announce that. I would love for everybody to join. Share some awesome stuff. Share some awesome stories. Be helpful. Let's carry the same community that we've built in the Discord over to there, because not everybody likes Discord. Not everybody uses Discord. As with some people on Facebook will only use Facebook. Some people on Discord will only use Discord. Some use both. Not everybody. But that'll come out there. And then that's the same too. You never know what media format we're gonna release free stuff on, discount codes on. So we'll see. But Did we get a, okay, we're 101. So we're going to do a drawing here. Let me set up a raid. I think they're almost done in there. Let's go. I know we raided them somewhat recently, but we're going to raid out to the good old people that run Unspooled. That's not at all what I meant to do. Let's go into here. Since the multi-stream does not take that right. Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, also thank you, Bearded Printer, for the raid. I clicked over the Twitch. I don't see those notifications when I'm in the multi-stream chat. Man, there was a lot of chatting going too. Lost and Found Border Town. I like that. It just sounds good. Okay, but we're gonna go right over to Unspooled as soon as we do this giveaway, which we're gonna draw now. Or else I'll ran on for 10 more minutes. Who we got? Who we got? Who's gonna win? Who is gonna win? Potential, congratulations! Exclamation point! Contact in chat. That'll give you my email, or just message me on Discord. It's Polymaker Joel on the discord.polymaker.com. I'll be back here on Thursday at 7 p.m. with Meet the Polymaker with the latest guest of the week. So tune into that. And then again, next week, we're gonna try this dual stream, dual giveaway thing. And if this is a method that'll work, I'll continue moving forward with all of them, including Meet the Polymaker. So next Tuesday will be the test bed for YouTube. You guys don't do I Am Awesome until I ask you to on that stream. But that's it. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for your support as always. Hope to see you soon. Hang out in Discord maybe in about an hour and a half to 2 hours if you're late nights, and maybe see some fun stuff in the workshop. Maybe I'll show off the filament room if you haven't seen it, or you don't have to talk, just come hang out. So bye.